He stepped inside a massive, abandoned factory hall filled with broken machines and dust. The silence felt heavy as he walked slowly on the cracked floor, watching everything. Every step echoed loudly while dust floated in the air and machines looked lifeless. He moved deeper into the same hall, staying alert as light came from broken windows. He passed a rusted machine and felt like time had stopped in this place long ago. The ground was full of debris, and he carefully stepped over every broken piece. He suddenly paused and looked toward a darker section of the same factory hall. Something felt strange there, as the light was weaker and the air felt different. He noticed a wall section that looked slightly different from the rest around it. He slowly moved closer to that wall while watching it very carefully. Standing in front of it, he examined the surface and saw small cracks in it. He raised his hand and gently touched the wall, checking how solid it felt. As he pushed slightly, some dust fell, which made him more curious. He pushed again with more force, and the wall moved a little. A narrow gap appeared, revealing darkness behind the wall. More dust fell as the hidden section slowly opened further. He stopped for a moment, thinking if it was safe to go inside. After a short pause, he decided to take the risk and move forward. He stepped closer to the opening while staying fully alert. He finally moved inside, leaving the factory hall behind him. This hidden space felt quieter and darker as he stood just inside the entrance. He turned slightly and looked back at the factory hall, still visible behind him. The same broken machines and light beams reminded him where he came from. He slowly faced forward again and took a few steps deeper inside the room. The floor was rough and covered in dust and small broken pieces everywhere. He decided to clear a space so he could stay here safely for some time. He knelt down and started pushing small debris aside using his hands. Dust rose into the air as he kept clearing the surface step by step. The work was slow, but he continued without stopping or losing focus. He dragged slightly larger pieces away to make more usable space. Slowly, a small, clear area began to form in front of him. He wiped the ground to remove the remaining dust and fine particles. Now he had a basic space, but it still needed improvement to be useful. He gathered flat pieces and started placing them carefully on the ground. He adjusted each piece slowly to make the base more stable and even. The setup took time, but he stayed patient and focused on his work. He pressed down on the pieces to secure them in place firmly. Then he stepped back and looked at what he had created so far. It was simple, but strong enough to be used as a resting place. He sat down for a moment and started planning what to do next. Now he knew he needed fire if he wanted to survive inside this hidden room. He gathered small pieces from around and placed them together carefully. He arranged them in a way that could help the fire start and grow steadily. Then he took out a fire tool from his bag and prepared to use it. He tried once, but nothing happened, and the spark did not catch. He tried again with more focus, but still there was no flame. The air felt heavy, and the pressure made it harder to stay calm. But he did not stop and kept trying with steady hands and patience. Finally, a small spark caught, and a weak flame slowly appeared. He leaned closer and protected it so it would not go out. The flame started to grow and brought a sense of relief to him. He added more pieces slowly to make the fire stronger and stable. The room started to feel warmer and safer than before. He placed a small container near the fire to heat something inside. He waited patiently while watching the fire burn in front of him. After some time, he picked it up and took a careful sip. Relief spread through him as the warmth gave him energy again. Outside the factory remained silent and empty as before. But inside this hidden room, he had created a place to survive. For now, he was safe and ready to face whatever comes next.